It's the NFL on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the reigning AFC champs and the Rams, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Cleveland Browns and the Los Angeles Rams. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
From SoFi Stadium. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They run for the first time with Javonte Williams. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Back to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he's going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. So here are the Browns now with great starting field position. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
Brandon, I don't know about you, but when I heard he threw 5 touchdown passes last week, I thought, well, he's going to be the AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I didn't need to hear any other stats, and it turned out to be right.
That's exactly right. Seemed like every time we turned around, he was throwing one in the end zone. But he doubled down. He said, I see 5 more in this game. Challenge accepted.
Challenge.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Forced out to his left. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Browns are on the board first on the road here in L.A.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it.
Blankenship set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Blitz forthcoming as and he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Micah Parsons. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Steps away. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big connection on that one. 32 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Set up a throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Browns have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Rams, nothing. Rodrigo Blankenship set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. L.A. set to take over again on offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They begin the drive with Williams. No gain on the play there, second down. Well, this defense for the Browns, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
He'll get 4 yards on the carry there, and we will get to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll see he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Completes it to Quick. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Greg Newsom. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
They'll roll him out right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Dancing to his left. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns continue to pull away here in this first half. Now Blankenship on for the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run.
Rodrigo Blankenship set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Off the draw. Here's Williams. Powers through him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A big play there on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now back to throw. That's caught left side by Judy. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play that time on the catch and run. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And it's caught. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
Come on, the ball hard. Mike's 4-2. Mike's 4-2. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Browns get what they did.
But give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
A big connection on that one. 33 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a 1st down, but a big gain to boot.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns open the lead up to 34-0.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that will extend this big lead.
Rams, nothing. Rodrigo Blankenship set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Now the Rams about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw here. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with a lead. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start our tour in the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada. And they are nearing halftime with the Steelers out in front. Landry Jones, a touchdown reception. From there, we head east to check on the Bills at home in Buffalo. And it was the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars that go home with the victory. Baker Mayfield leading the way with a couple of touchdown passes in the victory. Lastly, let's head to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, see what's happening with the Bengals. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. A touchdown pass there for Zach Wilson. On to a look at the next-gen stats for the Browns in that first half. And our statistician may need a vacation after this one's said and done. What a first half they had throwing the football. Over 300 yards passing already. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Browns offense getting set to go to work here to start the third. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? Who? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The road to be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, That allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
He'll buy some time right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good,
and it is 42-0.
Rams nothing. Rodrigo Blankenship set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Let's go!
Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. 2nd and 5. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I wonder if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Mike 42, Mike 42, check, Mike 42.
2nd and 14.
Open man, he completes it to Judy.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Over the middle, complete. That's Tate. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
They'll run on first down. It's Williams. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 58 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
That's another Rams first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
I'm gonna hit you.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's third and goal.
Brings up third and goal. That's the end.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. He'll look to throw on third and goal. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here.
A 29-yard attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? Best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. Here's second and 10. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big connection on that one. 39 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Flushed out right. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Second and 1. Forced out to his left. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ballgame.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Rodrigo Blankenship set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
And the Rams getting set to go now.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. This is caught by Tate. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, LA! A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point by Sly is up and good
As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout, and actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up four fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours, and they certainly weren't kidding.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. He'll drop to throw, buying time to his left. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Dancing to his left. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Browns continue to roll. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that will extend this big lead. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And as the numbers show, he really wasn't in the mix at the beginning, but they've got him in the rotation now, and it's proved a good move.
And that's what happens when you're a good player. There's a lot more attention drawn to you, and it's obvious that they had him in their game plan on defense, not letting him get off to a good start, but he's found a way so far here in the second half.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Looking to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Buchanan. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The Rams on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Back to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to understand.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
And the Rams now coming out on the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Pressure comes, and down he goes.
Micah Parsons.
Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22.
Mike 42, Mike 42. All day, punt. Mike 42, Mike 42.
Back to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Buchanan. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
This will be caught. Judy.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts...
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. He's got quick. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. They'll set up a throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's going to be intercepted at third time. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them.
That's caught inside the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. They'll look to throw here on first down. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be rolled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points.